Hello students, welcome to Pharma E-Class. I am Dr. Tahir Nizami, Associate Professor at Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education. In the series of our lecture of subject Instrumental Method of Analysis, we are discussing about types of chromatography. We have already discussed about gel or size exclusion chromatography. We have discussed about affinity chromatography, thin layer chromatography, high performance lipid chromatography, and now our last topic is ion exchange chromatography. In our previous lecture of ion exchange chromatography, we have discussed about its principle and the types of ion exchange resins which are used in ion exchange chromatography. We have discussed about various stationary phase and mobile phase in ion exchange chromatography. Ion exchange chromatography basically is a technique by which the substance or desired substance is separated, identified and purified by the principle of exchange of ions. So here ionic or cationic substance are allowed to mix into matrix, which is charge matrix, and from charge matrix the separation of ion take place, where we have discussed in our principal segment. Now let us discuss the instrumentation part of ion exchange chromatography. The first of all, in ion exchange chromatography, there is a reservoir for in which mobile phase is there, and this mobile phase is pumped into a column by this pump, and this column are packed column which are containing some resins or exchange resins, which we have discussed in our last lecture. Now this stationary phase or exchange resins are of two types. Number one is cationic exchanger resin, number two is anionic exchanger resin. Cationic exchange resins are those resins in which the counter ions are positive in nature, and anionic exchange resins are those in which counter ions are negative in nature. What do you mean by counter ions and charge fixed ions? On solid support matrix, there are some covalently bonded positive ions. These positive ions are known as charged positive cations, and to this charged positive cations, negatively charged counter ions are attached by ionic bond. Now, when the fixed ions are positively charged and counter ions are negatively charged, this type of anion exchange resins are known as anionic exchange resins. And when from in solid support, if negatively charged ions are attached as stationary ions or fixed ions, which is covalently bonded, and its counter ions are positively charged ions, so these types of exchange resin is known as cation exchange resin. So this column is a hollow cylindrical column in which is packed with some resins or beads which are ion exchange resins. It may be cationic exchange resin or anionic exchange resin. This is depend upon the type of substance which are going to separate. For example, if we are going to separate some proteins, these proteins are negatively charged, and since they are negatively charged, we have to use anionic exchange resin because anions are separated and they are displaced by proteins and they are fixed to the positive charge. So in instrumentation part, there is a mobile phase, there is a pump which fix this mobile phase into column. The column which is packed with either two types of exchange resins. There is a detector which detects which type of elution is coming out of from the column. The substance, the impulse is recorded in the recorder, and the sample is fixed in this sample solution. Now, how this process work? The sample is taken out from the sample reservoir. It is mixed with suitable buffer solution. The sample plus buffer solution is now mixed with mobile phase. From mobile phase, sample is pumped into the column by the help of pump. Now, for example, here the sample is protein. So, if sample is protein, it contains negatively charged. So, we have to take anion exchange resin. Anion exchange resin are those which contain stationary fixed cations and counter anions, that is negative ions. These samples enter into the column, and these samples, since they are negatively charged, they are attracted by positively charged ions present in the resin, and they are displaced. The negatively charged ions of column or stationary phase are displaced by negatively charged ions of the sample, and now the negatively charged negatively charged particles of column is totally removed from the column, and it is replaced by negatively charged ions of the sample, and it is attached. After some time, with the help of suitable solvent or buffer, we can elute our negatively charged sample, and we can detect the concentration in the detectors. When simple buffer is running, the graph is showing plain line. As soon as the sample attached to the column and it is when washed and come to detector, they will show a peak by which we can determine the concentration and we can determine the nature of the sample. Now this is the simple procedure of ion exchange chromatography. We can classify these steps in 4 steps. Number 1 is equilibration. Equilibration is packing of column. Packing of column means we have to pack the resins, charged resins into the column. So overnight it is reacted with mobile phase so that these resins are saturated, completely saturated with the mobile phase. And equilibration means the packing of the resins in the column. Second is loading. Loading of sample. The sample is mixed with suitable buffer substances. It enter into the column, and this step is known as loading. Third step is known as washing. When our sample displaces the negatively charged particles, in this case negatively charged particle of column or resin, and there is a need to separate the desired part of our solute with the help of suitable solvent. It is known as washing, and after washing the final step is elution. So these are the 4 important steps by which ion exchange chromatography works. Number 1 is equilibration, number 2 is loading of sample, equilibration of column, number 2 loading of sample, number 3 washing of sample with the help of suitable buffer system, and number elution of desired product. Now let us discuss about the application of ion exchange chromatography. Since ion exchange chromatography is based on the technique of exchange of ions, it is used in softening of hard water. In your RO system also there are ion exchange resins which exchange the calcium and magnesium ion with counter ions present in the resin which are present in the your water filter. So softening of hard water, demineralization of water, since water contain magnesium, calcium ions, they are separated, they are converted, they are removed from water with the help of ion exchange resins. Separate protein mixtures. Proteins contain amino acid. Amino acid can be negatively charged, positively charged. If amino acid is negatively charged, we use this type of anion exchange resins to separate these proteins. If proteins are or amino acids are positively charged, we use cationic exchange resins for separation. Then to analyze the base composition of nucleic acids also are charged molecules, so they are separated and their composition can be determined with the help of ion exchange chromatography. Ion exchange chromatography is also used in the separation of proteins or peptides. See, in biochemistry, the proteins and peptides are to be separated in various procedures. For the separation of proteins and peptides, although there are various different methods, but ion exchange chromatography is very suitable method because protein and peptides contain some charged moieties. So ion exchange chromatography basically is very suitable for the type of components which are charged moieties. Another application of ion exchange chromatography is separation of enzymes and vitamins. Various enzymes and vitamins can be separated with the help of ion exchange chromatography. This can be done with the using of suitable ion exchange resins. Another application is separation of antibiotics, vitamins and serums. They are all about the application of ion exchange chromatography. So in this video we had discussed about the mechanism or functioning of ion exchange chromatography, the various steps of ion exchange chromatography. The steps are equilibration, loading, washing and elution. We have also discussed in this lecture about the various application of ion exchange chromatography. It is used in softening of hot water, it is used in demineralization of water, It is used to separate protein mixture. It is used to analyze base composition of nucleic acid. It is used for separation of proteins and peptides. It is used to separation of vitamins and enzymes, and it is also used in separation of antibiotics. Hope you have understood the functioning, working, and the application of ion exchange chromatography. Thank you.